Hi Year 7s and welcome to today's lesson. So in this demonstration I'm going to show you how to draw this on the screen. So you should all download the attachment on your ePraise account, and that will include this piece of paper. Now you're welcome to print this out if you're able to and follow along using a pencil, but I know that most people don't have access to this, so I'm going to do the demonstration on the computer. So what we're going to be doing is our own isometric drawing of the Navy battleship. Today we're just going to focus on the very first step, which is building the main outline, like so. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is, if you haven't done it already, you need to go File, Save As, and then save it somewhere where you can find it, preferably on your OneDrive. So I'm going to save mine as Isometric. Isometric boat, and then I'm going to put my name, or my initials at least. This is where when you send me your work I know whose is who without having your name on the actual work. So there we go, it's nice and saved, and because it's saved to the OneDrive it's going to automatically save for me every time I make a change. Okay, so first thing you need to do is this will keep jumping up and I can't help it. We're going to go to Home. Yeah, we're going to click on Home, and then we're going to click on this little line here. Now, but first we're just going to click just once randomly on the page, and there we've got our nice little line. But as you can see, it's not very visible on the blue screen. So the first thing I want you to do is change the colour. So we're going to go all the way up here to Shape Outline. If it's not there, you need to go in Format, Shape Outline, and then we're going to click on this little arrow here. I'm going to choose red, and I'm also then going to click back onto Shape Outline, go down to Weight, and I'm going to make it 3 point. This means it's nice and thick and I'll easily be able to see it on the sheet. You're welcome to do whatever colour or thickness, as long as your thickness is sensible and your colour is obviously different to your blue background. Okay, so I'm going to go through this step by step. You're welcome to pause this video at any time, rewind, etc. This link will also be attached to next week's PowerPoint, just in case you don't get to finish this in the time that has been allocated. Okay, so don't worry. I'm just going to show you how to do this first step, how we can get this down. Those numbers are wrong. Okay, ignore those numbers. Right, so the first thing we need to do is I'm going to go down here and I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. Oh, I'm just going to delete this one now so it doesn't get in my way. Right, so what I want you to do is I want you to put your little line somewhere on the screen, and we're going to count. So each count is this. This is 1. You can see 1 triangle, 2 triangle, 3 triangle, 4 triangle, 5 triangle. Okay, so when I'm saying I'm counting, I'm actually going to be counting the triangles. I'm actually then going to move my line down, so it will just give me that extra bit of space on this paper, because it will end up being quite big. Okay, so now we've got our first line, we've got it the right length, and rather than click a new one and change the format, I'm just going to copy and paste this line. So if you're using a Chromebook, I believe you press Windows Control C to copy, or you can right click on the line, go up to copy, and then on the side paste. Okay, and then you've got yourself another little line. If you're working on a normal laptop, like a normal Windows laptop, you can press Control C to copy and Control V to paste. So we've got another line, and now what we're going to do is we're going to count 5 from the bottom of this, so where this line is. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and right there is where I want to put my line. So you can't see this, but I've now actually put my finger on my screen just so I remember my place. If you want, you can do it with your line. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and then we've got a nice little line like so. I'm now going to paste again, so you've already copied your line, so you don't have to keep pressing copy. And I'm going to drag this line over. We don't want any design ideas, thank you, PowerPoint. Oh, so now I want to move my line. I'm going to strange. Okay, I see what's happened there. So we're going to copy. We don't want it to be a picture. Okay, so when you paste, you need to click this one, so then you can change the thing. If it's starting to not, if you can't do this, you need to go back and press copy. And then look, I'm pressing paste with the A. We do not know, not that one. You want to paste with the A. Okay, otherwise you're copying it as a picture and it won't adjust how you want it to do. Okay, so copy, paste with the A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to paste with the A, and I'm going to link those two up. Yeah, and then I've joined it, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to copy this line, paste with the A, and I'm going to move it over here. So as you can see, I've got my first square. Yay, I've got our first isometric square. Okay, and this will be where we base the front of that boat from. Okay, so we want this first bit to actually be a little bit longer. So what we're going to do, a good thing to do, especially if you're doing it on paper and pencil, is what I'm doing here is I'm clicking, holding down the shift button on my keyboard, shift, S-H-I-F-T, and I'm going to click on all 4. To be honest, another way to do it is to click and hold and drag, and I've selected all of those again. Then I'm going to right click, copy, right click, paste with the A, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on one of them and I'm going to hold that click while I move it, and I'm going to move it along 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I've moved it along 6 triangles. Now I've got another square. I then want you to do this again, so paste with an A, we've got my square, and we're going to go back to this one, our second square. I'm going to move it along 1, 2. Okay, sometimes you can see it doesn't quite line up, so you just need to be patient and line that up. Yeah, so we've got 5 and 2, paste again with the A, and from that third square we're going to count 1, 2, 3. I'm using the arrows on my keyboard just to adjust it slightly, so you can see it's moving and I'm not clicking it. So now we should have 4 squares. I'm going to paste with the A. Then I'm going to need another 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, just going to adjust it slightly. As you can see, those points should roughly meet up because it will be a square. So we've got our 5, again, sorry, paste with an A, move it over, and we're going to move it over by 3. So 1, 2, 3. As you can see, I'm always counting from this bottom corner. Okay, I find that easier because I might get a bit more confused at the top or there. Okay, so I'm always counting from this bottom line until I show you otherwise. So we've got 5, 2, 3. Sorry, we've got 6, 2, 3, 5, 3, and then one more good for good luck. Paste with the A, and then from this last point we're going to count 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so there we've got those squares just like so. Yeah, so you have something that looks roughly like this. These measurements don't matter too much if you have got them slightly wrong, but I will just warn you that it won't look exactly like mine. Okay, right, so now we've got all our squares. If you haven't got auto save on, save it now before we move on to the next step. Okay, so we've got all our squares along this way, and now we need to join them up to finish that bottom outline. So I'm going to zoom in again. I always work better zoomed in. If you don't, that's fine, that's your own choice. Okay, so now we need a single line again. So just zoom out just a tiny bit. So I'm going to click on one line, I'm going to right click on it, copy and paste with an A. I'm then going to join this line up with that corner there and drag this to meet that next square. Sure, you're welcome to drag the line all the way down if you want to, but that will make it harder for you at a later stage. So at this point we're going to take the time and we're going to do each line individually. Okay, so we're going to copy this line because it's the right angle, and we're going to paste like so. You'll then want to join up all the lines. Yeah, so copy, paste with an A, and join up all those points. If you are using a pencil and ruler on paper, then you're welcome to draw that line all the way across, because you do have the chance to rub that out if you need to. And yes, we do have the chance to do one line like I said, but honest to God, it would be so much easier to not do that at this point in time, or at a later time really, because that's when it will affect you. I mean, we can see they're kind of all like not joining up the best we can, but we can neaten this up later. This is just for the demonstration purposes. I'm just rushing through slightly, so guys, just take your time and do not worry if you don't finish this whole tutorial, this lesson. Okay, right, so we've got our first line done. I then want you to click on one line, hold down the shift key on your keyboard and click on all those lines like so. You're then going to press or click, right click copy, right click paste with an A, and we're going to drag these ones over to this side like so, and then we're going to do one more for this side down at the bottom like so. Yeah, so you then have something that looks rather complicated and looks a bit like this. Right, press save if you're not on autosave. So we're getting a bit complicated now, as you can see, so let's remove some lines to remove the complication. So this, what we want to look at it as is this wall here, and this wall is all a wall. So really we're not going to see anything on the inside, same with along the top. So I'm going to click on this line here and remove that like so. And as you can see, it now looks like a 3D rectangle almost, because we've still got this line here and this line here that's in the way. So what we're doing now is we're going to click and we're going to press delete, so the delete button on your keyboard, or if that doesn't work, you can right click and press cut. Okay, so we're going to right click, cut, just delete all those inside lines. And so you've got something like this. If you accidentally delete something like that, you can then go to up here and you can see an undo button. You click on this, your mistake is undone. Yeah, the line comes back. Okay, so now we should have something that looks like this. Again, remember to pause the video at any point, rewind if you need to, okay? Just take your time. You've got the whole lesson, and again, the link to this video will be in the next lesson slide as well. So now we've got this box here. Okay, so now we've just got one step. As you can see, it is a bit wobbly along here, but we can fix that later, that's fine. In fact, if anything, that bottom line can be a whole one. Yeah, this is the one line that you can do all the way along. Excellent. Okay, so we've got that line done like that. We've got all our lines like that, and there's just one more thing left to do for this demonstration. Okay, so we're going to need our square again. So you can drag it over those four. We're going to copy, and we're going to paste with an A. And we're going to move this square up here. This is going to be our turret box eventually, you know, where those guns come out from the move. It's a simple moving part. Okay. So, oh, there's too many guidelines trying to help me. Like, there we go. I want you to paste again. I'm going to build that one on top like so. Yeah. And then I'm going to take this line here, or you could draw your own one really, and place it on top. So then we've got that square. Now the last thing we need to do is remove any extra lines. Like so. Now this one's tricky, because if we delete this line, then we delete the whole line. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to move this here. Yeah, so we've still got that line, but it's now not getting in our way. Okay, same with this one if you want to. You can always, no, don't do that, ignore that. We don't want to delete that line or move it. If anything, you could delete this one and make this one longer so it joins up. Okay, right, so that is the end of today's tutorial. So if you want, you can now spend, if you've still got time left, spend some time just adjusting those lines and making sure they're all neat. Don't forget to save this, because you will need to continue from this next lesson. Okay, so there is your first step. Please send this work to your teachers. Okay, so you've either got Mr. Kimber, Mr. Thomas, or Miss Kennel. So please send your work or a photo of your work to them to see how you've gotten on. Okay, so don't forget, press save, and thank you. Windows.